Just talk me through speculation, of course, but what must be going through his mind this morning as he tries this very, very delicate balancing act?
Look, I think it is a bit of a challenge, obviously, because he just doesn't have a lot of latitude to implement, I guess, the types of changes he would ideally want to put through. He's not in a position to increase taxes substantially. As much as government is short of finance, I think there's a recognition that if you put up taxes even further, particularly things like VAT, personal income tax, corporate taxes, you're probably going to do more harm than good. The economy is incredibly weak, businesses are failing, people are more unemployed. To hike taxes in that environment is potentially very damaging and also could hurt confidence. So I don't think you're going to see big tax hikes. That doesn't mean there won't be tax changes. You'll probably see increases in things like the fuel levy, road accident fund, excise duties, that type of thing. But in terms of the major taxes, I think he'll try and keep those unchanged. And then his focus is going to be, how does he control expenditure? Particularly the salary bill. That's obviously probably the most watched topic. The salary negotiations for the next multi-year agreement are still very much in the early stages. So I don't think he's going to want to put in big salary increases. He's been adamant that salaries have to be well contained. He's been saying 0% increase for the next 3 years. So I think he'll put that in the budget and then see how the wage negotiations fare. And he may in time have to adjust that if government does give in to some salary. But I think in the short term, he'll try to keep those unchanged. And then the rest of it is about paying for unexpected expenses, things like transfers to the land bank, transfers to post office, Denel, paying for the vaccine. There are a whole lot of fairly large items that we weren't that aware of a year ago, and he's got to find some way to put them in the budget and also find some way to pay for all of that. And then on top of that, he's got to try and show that over time government debt is going to be contained. Government debt is going to be over 80% of GDP. It's on its way to over 90%. And he's got to try and show that this thing can be brought under control. So a lot of objectives that he's got to try and combine. Not an easy mix, and also not a comfortable mix. It's not going to come across as a pleasing budget or an uplifting. Many countries are in a position where governments are stimulating the economy. The government can spend more here and there, maybe cut taxes to help individuals. We're just not in that position.
Current events, developing stories,
tough questions.
Your voice making a difference.
This is Breakfast with Bongani Bingwa.